Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is the join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. Well, as we enter 2025, it seems like the rumors are getting very strong and very credible sources are getting involved and weighing in. So if you remember, it should have been yesterday when the Patriotic Front hinted at the fact that there's a possibility that UPND might pick Dora as their candidate for Petauke Central, the by-elections that are taking place on the 6th of February 2025. And as of today, the past few hours, I'll show you what has been going on from both UPND sources, the Patriotic Front, and neutral people weighing in, both in the diaspora and also on the local scene, with regard to the possibility, sounding like the UPND have settled on picking Dora as their candidate. They are just waiting to make it official, according to the information that is reaching online. So that's the UPND UK chapter. So they say, return of Dora to Petauke is welcomed. After all, she's Zambian. And then they laugh it off in the comment section within. And then someone responds to that, say, Tenford Mwanga says, this kind of thinking is dangerous. And then they, in response to the UPND UK chapter, who are saying they are fine with Dora being the UPND candidate, according to them. And then Goodwill Lungu was also waiting. He also tabulated Dorothy's career. He says, Honorable Dorothy first contested the Petauke seat in 2001, but she was not successful. In 2006, she won the seat on the MMD ticket. After winning in 2011, election was nullified after Patriotic Front petitioned. After 2 years of Petauke Central not having a member of parliament, Dora recontested the seat on the PF ticket and won it. She lost to Emmanuel J. Banda in 2021. After the seat had been declared vacant, she is back and has applied to contest the seat on the UPND ticket, it says. So, seems like what she had published in a book a couple of months ago, where she was saying she had retired from politics and she had no intentions of contesting the Petauke Central seat. Seems like those are just stories that come from politicians until the opportunity is presented. So that's one view coming from that person. And then people have been sharing the pictures from the time that she was minister in Edgar Lungu's team, and even Rupia Banda's team. Another person weighs in. There is no morality in politics, unfortunately. This is Chief Mulumbu. He says, if Madame Dorothy is the best we have in Petauke, there is no harm in her standing. Those talking about original UPND members, are they original themselves? UPND members, they also came from somewhere. They were received, so why do they want to chase others in the name of morality? No, it can't be. So he simply argues to say she's welcome to be the candidate. And you can see it. She's our strongest candidate amongst them. I don't see who the opposition would pick or the PF would pick to beat her, because she was second from JJ. Yes, the margin was quite huge, but the fact that she came out second, so the UPND is not trying to swing it or leave it to chance. They really want to get that seat. So if Dorothy is the best candidate, seems like, so you can see certain aspects of the UPND are endorsing the move, others are opposing it. We're just waiting for it to be made official. At the moment, it's just those that have access to information that are sharing information. What is Barbara Musamba Chama, based in the UK, has also weighed in. She had no kind words for Dursley and the UPND, who are choosing to pick her as the candidate, because she was a very strong supporter of President Hakainde Hichilema in the build-up to 2021 elections. She identified herself as the UPND, but of late she's been criticizing the government. And on this move, she is gone wild. She says, "We warned about Dora. She refused. Watch this space. MMD is slowly taking over." So she says the MMD is slowly taking over the UPND, just like they took over the Patriotic Front. Obviously referencing to the move that has come from also, what's his name, Nevas Mumba, going in that alliance. So people had warned about the fact that once the JJ's seat was to be identified, Dora would contest, but she kept on refusing. But it seems like that's how it's playing out to be. So more images have resurfaced. So she put up these statistics. This is still Musamba Barbara Chama, the lady I showed you earlier on. She said Dora lost by 22,000 votes. She put 10,098 against JJ's 34. These results were purely a protest vote. According to my analysis, JJ could not have been that popular, but they gave him votes in a Tufidide Munsenga style, or to push her, to punish her. You cannot settle for such candidates. I know you think she would be a better communicator. You would love to make use of her skill. Some of these people are the reason why Patriotic Front is in opposition, because their arrogance, or now it was arrogance is better. So they say she puts up the statistics there. She goes further to say, in fact, Dora, did she even join UPND? She asks, is she a UPND member? If there is anyone from the top leadership working with her behind those just because they benefited something together, they have enough time to register their own political party and endorse her. So she says, so you can see she still identifies as the UPND, and simply putting up an argument to say, those who are working with Dora, let them just form their own political party, let them leave the UPND for her and everyone else who are, according to them, the original UPND, as opposed to bringing up odd MMD individuals. So then images of her with Boma Lusambo. This was the time when Boma Lusambo was like the diehard, the strong man in the MMD. The hand that was used to twist anyone that was not falling in line with Nevas Mumba at the time. So that the lady you see on screen there standing next to Boma Lusambo, that's Dora there, during their tenure in MMD. Barbara goes on to say, and those MMD chaps are just as useless. They failed in MMD, they failed in PF, now failing in UPND. I say, why should ordinary Zambians keep paying for failures of if so? So she was very upset. This is the lady that has been putting up those comments. In short, she does not agree with that publication of picking Dursley as the UPND candidate, but she really has no choice. If the management up there decided to say that's the candidate, it's just a matter of time that announcement will be made, probably the 1st of January or something. I mean, we only have 3 days to go into 2025. So then he said, if Dora is that good and loved by people of Petauke, let her stand on an independent ticket like JJ did and win. So she says, if you think Dora is that popular, let her use her own resources and contest, as opposed to using the UPND resources and the machinery of the state to put her back in parliament. So that's Barbara's argument. She goes further to say, we wonder about Dorothea, and she refused, which are pretty much repeating the same sentiment. But as things stand, it looks like Dorothea is heading back to parliament, because the likelihood of her losing that with the endorsement of the ruling government or ruling party, I don't see that happening. I could tell from the post that the PF were putting up yesterday, they were saying, no, Dorothea had already said she had no intentions of standing, so there is no way she's going to contest. More like trying to twist her into sticking by her words. But politicians are not people that you can trust what they say. If it benefits her, why should she stay selling books that are not selling as much? The money in politics is different. So it is what it is. Barbara went further to say the worst betrayal UPND will make to the people of Zambia is that voted for change is to adopt the likes of Dora in the disguise or the guise of politics is about numbers. It will actually vindicate the likes of JJ that has issues as nothing to do with crimes is being accused of to pave the way of Dora. So she simply says this will work against the UPN in the long run, heading into the 2026 election, in as much as with the backing that she might get at this stage, she might win. But when it comes to a general election where everyone is on their own, she might not win back the seat. Obviously, the time with Edgar Lungu as the minister at the time, she should have been Minister of Information at this point. Resurfacing, but most likely you will be seeing these images of her with Hakainde HDM if indeed UPND decide to officially update, adopt her. I'm sure based off the feedback on the ground, they will decide, but at the moment it looks like it's highly likely Dora will be the UPND candidate. And obviously different sections are weighing in, Tomola there, he says, here is my opinion. By UPND, we need this one to be our candidate. So this is Matomola Lukwenya. He says Dora is endorsed. Someone replies to him, say, my leader, Comrade Matomola, I am perplexed by your enthusiasm for Dora, and I strongly disagree with your stance. UPND has a wealth of talented individuals to choose a candidate from. So why impose candidates on our people and party? Candidates that do not know and understand the party and its members and their needs. So you see different points of views are coming off because people have it's one of those things whereby everyone knows what it's likely to be, but just the official announcement hasn't yet been made. So people are weighing, trying to what's his name? Prophet Siawan has also weighed in to say fumes over maneuvers to feature Dora in Petauke. Pretty much highlights it should benefit the UPND. Why is the UPND picking a candidate who's not even UPND? They're just points of view. I'm sure she's just laughing to the bank or laughing at the different points of view because she has not officially stated to say she's the candidate, and neither has the UPND officially made it. But you can tell from those from the grassroots on the UPND that might have the access to the information, the opinions that they're sharing, you can tell where the decision is. It's one of those things where they might have access to information, but they're not the people to officially announce it until probably the Secretary General Emenda makes that announcement, or someone from the top leadership. Maybe Gary Nkombo since he's the chairperson for elections. We wait and see how that happens. Otherwise, SADC intercepts cocaine supply, arrest Nigerian dealers and two distributors at a university. And also, Masewo should resign. That's obviously the difference to where she was saying she was expecting to rest, as opposed to a lot of work she found in the Ministry of Lands. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. 2025 is a year of a lot of by-elections. Let's stay tuned.